Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Priscilla. Thank you so much for being here. So today's video is going to be for the girlies, but everyone is welcome to watch, of course. But this video is for the girlies because I made a previous video where I talk about why you should stop chasing people. And whenever you are chasing people or chasing him, her, whatever, you are disrespecting yourself. And I want to get a little deeper into that and why it is that we chase, why it is that we want to control, why it is that we want to manipulate. And I know at the time it might not seem as manipulation, but this is because all of these behaviors are rooted in an anxious attachment style. Now, being anxious, attached, being avoidant, all of these attachment styles are attachment styles that we developed in childhood as a way to get our needs met. So yes, we are doing this as a way to make ourselves feel comfortable, as a way to make ourselves feel secure, because we don't know how to cultivate that within ourselves. So whenever you are anxiously attached, you're going to find yourself looking through people's belongings, looking through their phone. You're going to be questioning and you're going to want to control like what they're doing, what time they're coming home, who they can talk to, who they cannot. You're going to be seeking external validation by asking them how you look, what they think of you, how much they love you, because you need constant reassurance. And usually as an anxiously attached person, there's going to be certain cycles. You're going to be finding yourself in certain cycles, and even as an avoidant person. But this video, I'm going to talk about anxiously attached, because usually anxiously attached people are more aware of themselves, and avoidant people are usually not going to be, looking for answers. They're not going to be like searching for things. They're just going to be automatically detached and moving on to the next thing. So these behaviors are usually developed somewhere along in your childhood, like I had stated, or within a life experience of not having enough emotional nourishment, detachment from a parental figure, abandonment, neglect, abuse, to the point that this becomes familiar. This becomes so familiar in your life that in your adulthood, you're going to be going out and looking for this. And I know it doesn't seem that way. Many times this is what it seems like. It seems like this great magnetic attraction, and your heart is like beating and you feel butterflies and it just feels like amazing. But the thing is that your nervous system should not be going completely out of whack whenever you meet someone. The reason that this is happening is because these are just familiar feelings that are coming from your childhood, and it is triggering this response within you. So if this is not healed, you're going to be going through the same cycles of meeting the same people. It's not that the narcissists and all of these emotional, unavailable people are just coincidentally coming into your life. We are attracting these people based on how we feel about ourselves and the life experiences that we have, our perception, our beliefs. We are attracting them into our life. And all of this is happening subconsciously. A lot of the times we're not conscious of it. We just see someone, there's something so amazing about this person. And as an anxious attached person, you're going to be moving so fast. And for me, I think that if you have not known someone for more than 6 months and you are already in a relationship with that person, that is too soon, in my opinion. You're not even giving yourself enough time to really know this person, to really see what they value, to really look at their character, to really see what their beliefs are. You're just like jumping in because it feels like this is the right thing to do. It feels like this person is meant for you. But again, this is just a response that is being triggered within you. So you are going to move so quickly because you need this person to acknowledge you. You need this person to give you something that you feel they have that you don't have within you. Like you're looking for something that this person can give you that you think is going to fulfill you. And the need to control the situation and really want this person to like really be here at your reach comes from really proving to yourself that you are lovable, that you are worthy, that you are someone that is accepted, because somewhere along the lines in your life, a person was not there for you, a person did not give you what you wanted, your needs were not met, and as a way to prove this to yourself, you're looking for someone that can fit the script, that you can say, see, I am valuable, see, I am worthy. But the thing is that whenever we do this, we are not recognizing that within ourselves, because what's going to happen is that you are going to start putting up with things that go against your beliefs, that go against your value, your integrity. Because as anxiously attached people, hey, they're people pleasers. They want to be that person that is easy to be with. They want to be comfortable. They want to be liked. They want to be accepted. So what is going to happen is that they're going to start to pacify behavior. When a person is not showing up properly, when they're getting cheated on, whenever someone is being disrespectful to them, rude, even abusive at times, they're going to make excuses. They're going to be like, you know what? They had a hard day. They were not raised that way. They just don't know what they're doing. Actually, he said he was sorry, so now I'm forgiving him. You know, a lot of behavior is going to be pacified because you want to remain as that person that is easy to be with. And this is where that whole cool girl, chill girl thing comes in, where you start to become way too cool and way too chill to the point that you have absolutely no boundaries and you are just doing whatever this person wants as a need to please them, as a need to even just have someone in your life that makes you feel good. But the thing is that this kind of validation is not something that is going to be sustainable. It's not something that is going to be long lasting, because it is not something that is real. It is not real. It is not cultivated from within. At the end of the day, we need to be so grounded in reality that we are able to look at things for what they truly are, and we need to stop lying to ourselves. And I know I've been there myself. I'm a previously anxiously attached person. I used to do all of these things, so I'm speaking from experience. I know exactly how it feels, and it does take a lot of introspection and self-reflection to be able to change this, but it is possible. The first step is really becoming aware of your behavior and deciding that, you know what, I no longer want to live this life. I want to live a different life. I want to have people in my life that value me, that respect me, that love me, that show up for me properly. And you are deserving of all of those things. But the first person that needs to recognize that is yourself. It has to be you. So whenever you are sending, you know, these long text messages and you are really over explaining yourself and you're trying to prove yourself to another person and you're trying to tell them like, no, I am worthy and I am valuable because I do this and I do that and I do this, that, and the other for you. Whenever you find yourself over explaining, you are trying to convince ultimately yourself because you don't believe it. But that is not going to make that person see you. Because if that was the case, they would have recognized you a long time ago and you wouldn't be in the situation. So the problem here is that you are the one that truly needs to recognize yourself. Secure people are not afraid to be alone. This journey of life is one that is very individual. We are born alone and we're going to die alone. Even if you're a twin, whenever you are born and whenever you die, this experience is one that is very individual, because whatever you are feeling, you are going to be feeling that alone. No one else can share that experience with you. So you have to be your biggest supporter in this life, first and foremost. So you need to start prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your needs, knowing your worth and value. You are here for a reason. And just the odds of you being born today is magic in itself. So you better start acting like it. You better start acting like you know that you were chosen to be on this earth. And I'm not saying that as an egotistical way, as in like, you know, oh my God, I'm so amazing and I'm better than them and I'm better than this. No, because we're not better than anyone. We are all equally the same as far as humanity goes. But whenever we feel this way about ourselves, we're just doing it in a way of like, you know what? I recognize myself. I am sure of myself. I know who I am. I know how valuable I am, and I know the worth that I bring to the life of others and to the world. So in a very like self-recognizing, confident way, but not in an overpowering and wanting to be better than other people way, if that makes sense. So in order to cultivate this, you're going to have to, first and foremost, regulate your nervous system, because whenever you are anxiously attached, everything is going to be triggering you. You're going to want to just grasp at everything. You're going to want to control everything, and your whole nervous system is going to be out of whack. So learn to prioritize your needs and really regulate your nervous system by doing breath work, meditation. EFT tapping has been something that I've also started doing and has been so helpful. If that feels too challenging for you, then you can also like spend time in nature. Movement is another really big one that I love. You can even just dance, just shake it out, do some dancing, journaling, really reflecting on where you are in life, what you're trying to bring in, and the changes that you're trying to implement, and then taking actions that are going to really take you there. Taking actions that your future self is going to benefit from. And as you continue to do these things, and you really take a look at yourself, and you really prioritize yourself, you're going to start to become more secure. Secure people are not afraid to tell other people their boundaries and stand firm in that, and know that there are consequences if their boundaries are crossed. They're not afraid to walk away from people because they know what they deserve. So if someone is showing up in my reality and they are disrespecting me, they are not prioritizing me, they're being rude to me, they're being mean to me, they're doing something that I know ultimately I do not deserve, because I don't treat myself in that way. So I know that it's not in alignment with who I am. If they're doing these things, I'm not going to excuse their behavior. I'm going to see it for what it is, and it's going to be very clear to me. And this is why it is very important to get clear on what you want from life. So if I want a husband and they're doing certain things that I know my husband would never, then I know that person is not my husband. And if they're not my husband, it's going to be so easy for me to let them go, because you're not my husband. My husband would never do that. Therefore, I'm not going to want to hang on to someone that I know is not for me. You're not for me, because if you were for me, then you would be showing up in a certain way. And I'm not going to try to change you and convince you and chase you and manipulate you. I'm going to let you be, because everyone deserves to be who they are. And we cannot change anyone. The only person that we can change is ourselves. Which is why all of the work that you are doing is for yourself. So you can know yourself, know your worth, know your value, know what it is that you want from life, and be secure in that. Be secure in knowing that you are worthy of all of those things. And nothing else is going to, nothing external can shake you or make you feel less than, because you know who you are. And it's not an easy process. I know it's not. You're going to really have to do a lot of reflection, and you're going to have to face your fears. So if you really fear being alone, and this is how you know if you fear being alone: if you cannot have any silence, if you need to put on music, if you need to call people, if you need something to fill up your time, if you need to turn on the TV, if you're constantly needing to be scrolling, if you need people around you all of the time, if you cannot meditate, if you cannot read a book in silence, if you cannot be single, if you are single and you're already feeling like, I just want to be in a relationship, then you have a hard time being alone. And it's going to take a lot of honesty. You're going to have to be really honest with yourself and be like, okay, yeah, I do these things. Yeah, this is how I am. Because whenever we can become aware, that is whenever we can start taking steps to changing that. If you want all relationships to better in your life, you're going to have to better yourself. You need to be the change that you want to see in the world. You need to embody whoever it is that you're trying to attract, whoever it is that you want to be, the kind of people that you want to be around. You want more support, give more support. You want more love, give more love. Things are quite simple, but as human beings, we tend to complicate everything. And when I say give, I want to make it clear that I do not mean continue to give to people that are not reciprocating. Because in order for a relationship to work, there has to be an equal give and take in order for it to continue to flow, for it to be in that flow state. But if you're giving and you're not getting nothing in return and you're continuing to give, then you don't have boundaries. You need to respect yourself first and foremost if you want other people to respect you. And in order for you to respect yourself, you're going to have boundaries in place that you are willing to enforce. Which means if someone crosses my boundary, if someone does something and they're mistreating me, or someone doesn't really respect what I'm saying, like, hey, this is the line, do not cross it, and they keep crossing it, you have to be willing to remove your energy. You have to be willing to walk away, because that shows that you respect yourself first and foremost, and that is going to build that internal strength, that is going to build your character, that is going to show you how to truly love yourself. Because if you loved yourself, you would not be putting up with certain behaviors. And I know that is hard to hear, but listen to me. Sometimes we tell ourselves, I do love myself. I do, think of this of me. I do. I do. But if that was the case, the external reality, what is going on around you, would be reflecting that back to you. You're not going to have people in your life that disrespect you. Whenever you learn to value yourself, whenever you learn your worth, whenever you are enforcing these things in your life, disrespect will become non-existent. It will not be something that you're constantly witnessing in your life. It will not happen, I promise. But you have to do that for yourself. There's no one that is going to come and fulfill you in this life. You have to cultivate that from within. And whenever you are full within yourself, how beautiful is it to really attract another person that is also secure within themselves? You want to have these kinds of relationships. And you deserve those kinds of relationships. We all deserve to be healthy human beings that are thriving, that are loving and living life. I want that for you. And you should want it for yourself too. So I'm just coming to you with a little bit of tough love, but this is how I talk and this is who I am. And I really just am so passionate about this because I've dealt with this. I've been there. I understand. I know what it is. And it took me so many years of inner work to overcome this. Really, think about it this way. If you're 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, and you are now just realizing that, okay, I want to change my life, for most of your life, for majority of your life, you have been functioning in this way. So it's going to take a little bit of time to really start implementing new belief systems, to really start knowing your worth and value, to learning how to support yourself, love yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. For some people it might, I don't know. It depends on what life experiences you've had. But I want to say that it is normal to feel like you have these little moments of doubt or moments of wanting to control, or feeling anxious or wanting to have that external validation. It is normal if you feel that, and it is normal if you feel that while you're healing. It is normal if you feel that while you are on your journey of self-improvement and self-betterment. It is normal. So do not be too hard on yourself, because someone who loves themselves is not going to be too hard on themselves. Well guys, thank you for watching my video today. I trust that it was helpful. Please leave me some comments. Let me know what your experience has been. I would love to hear from you. And if you feel called, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video.